Hello everyone, and welcome to the Voidcast. We're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons, and more importantly, have a lot of fun doing it. This will be the 7th live episode of the Precipice of Dreams. If it's your first time here, welcome. And if you've been here with us before, welcome back. We really appreciate that all of you are coming along on this adventure with us. So, how's everyone doing?
Great.
I'm doing great. How's chat doing? How's chat doing? That's more important.
Are there any people in chat?
There are people in chat.
I see Esner.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Well, for everyone that's now coming in,
Nareneus.
welcome. Hope you're all doing well.
Woe, says Donker Rups.
Right, let's dive into some socials, Michel.
Yes, thank you for joining us. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, welcome. So to stay up to date with all our content, subscribe to our Twitch, to our YouTube for the episodes, our Instagram to see all the latest artwork and behind the scenes screens footage. Subscribe to our Facebook to see all our, like our Facebook page to see all our events and coming episodes. And join our Discord, information down below, so we can actually hang out with you and talk to you guys.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool. Jasper, who's going to be our next guest on Talking Void?
Oh, who's going to be my next guest, or what will be the next topic?
I want to hear both.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. So, Jin will be my next guest, but because we had a lot of fun just before we started this, I have to say something in Dutch, and that is, Jin is aan de beurt. Yeah, so that, nice. Now that's out of it. I'm going to announce the topic, and the topic is, how do you spend your gold?
Oh, wow.
Ooh,
okay.
Did you like that?
Topic.
Sorry, you glitched a bit there.
Can you do that again? Yeah.
Yeah. DM new mic.
Yeah, Donker Rups. Good question. Is it sounding okay? Because I've been messing around.
So now everything is written with gold, which is great, but it isn't real gold, so it's worth nothing. But anyway, the new topic will be how do you spend your gold? And that's in-game, because often enough I hear, what is gold even used for? And other times I see people saying what they are buying with gold. There are magic items discussions about how much something should cost. And sometimes people are really into getting gold, but then hoarding it and never spending it. So what's your way of spending your gold? And well, what's your general feeling about gold in RPGs maybe? But how do you spend your gold is the main question that I'll be asking. So more of an in-game thingy this time.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Michel, you've been playing a certain video game with some help from a friend.
Yes, next Monday. So that's actually the day before Jasper's Talking Void. Me and Jasper will get together and play through Planescape Torment, which has been an amazing ride. I love the game. I love the way how Jasper and I are playing it. We're going very slowly through the game. We're voice reading all of it, and it's been super fun.
Even some voice acting. Yeah?
Oof, I don't know if I would call it acting. But
yes, I would call it acting because I'm doing it and I'm great.
Okay.
And modest. Don't forget modest.
Yeah, and
modest. I'm very modest.
So that's been great. So next week on Monday, we're not here with Precipice of Dreams, but we're here with Parallel Projections, where me and Jasper play through Planescape Torment. Nice. We're on episode 3, going into episode 4.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Catching up with this one, in percentages at least.
Right, that's all the official stuff out of the way. Before we head into the recap, we want to do the Aedon introduction yet again, because we like it so damn much.
Aedon. Over 200 years ago, the world trembled in the wake of the last god. When the gods disappeared, they took all divine magic with them, and the world fell into chaos. 6 years after the godfall, a new god arose. Aedon, god of the world. But the damage had been done. Even now, the world remains wounded. More and more land masses have become corrupted, leaving them uninhabitable and dangerous. Now, 5 unlikely adventurers gather, and the world will be changed forever as they journey beyond the Precipice of Dreams.
And there we are again. Jasper, you're going to do the recap. Fire away.
Man, did I have to prepare for this?
Yeah, maybe.
I did. Okay, so I'm doing the recap. Here we go. There are many reasons to travel to Brentwick, whether you are on an important mission in search of knowledge or an old friend, or just trying to find yourself. For this group, it might even be all the above. Our journey to Brentwick started off in Perot, or Perot, if you want to call it that. And after being attacked several times by bandits and even a truly horrifying monster, we have now reached the city of Brester. Upon arrival, we wanted to settle in the Bridgeview Inn, but Kiss, my otherworldly companion, suddenly became distressed. We went to investigate why Kiss was so distraught, and this led us to a warehouse in Shipton, one of the poorer districts of Brester. Long story short, Thomas, having glimpsed something from his past, stayed behind and waited for the perfect opportunity to infiltrate the warehouse in the dark of night. After a very successful infiltration, he managed to still leave a witness while saving a tiny wounded butterfly lady in a jar. While this was going on, Oddleif had quickly retired to her room instead and began her research on Sir Gunther's strange glass shard. Oddleif's research backfired and she vanished. Only this morning did she reappear as a sign from Aedon. The clergy witnessed an angel falling from the sky, which Oddleif clearly isn't. But it was her anyway. Now, with the whole town of Brester at the doors of the Bridgeview Inn, everyone is confused about what to do next. Will Thomas come up with yet another stupid plan after just having been berated by Gunther? Will Bowin finally leave the group because the others want to leave by providing a false angel? Will Solwing soar as aforementioned false angel, or will he stay grounded? And finally, will Oddleif tell her story as a whole, and will this change everything? Find out in tonight's episode of The Precipice of Dreams.
Well, man.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Full Ragnarok.
So finally, after 3 episodes, the whole group is together again. And you're sitting at the table in the inn. The inn is kind of abandoned at the moment. Only the innkeeper is there. And he's not looking very happy with the current situation. But there is some attention directed at his inn. So he might be kind of okay with it. Outside of the inn, there's a whole crowd of people hoping to catch a glimpse of Aedon's angel. You've closed the blinds, I think, and you can't even look outside anymore. I think Thomas went upstairs and looked through the window there sneakily, but that's about it. It's the middle of the day, but kind of dark in here, and it's just you guys sitting at a table.
Okay. Oddleif is in thought at the moment. She's thinking about something. Sitting at the table with Sir Gunther, I think, was the last thing, right?
Yeah, practically everyone is here now, so...
Yeah.
Bowin is watching Solwing eat with great taste and enjoying that as he is filtering out everything else.
Yeah. Is everybody eating their breakfast? Thomas is too anxious to eat his breakfast at the moment. Sir Gunther is munching away, so...
I'm absently shoving some food in me because this is the first real meal that I had in 2 days. Yeah,
You should eat more.
I don't feel like it. If you want the rest of my portion, you can have it.
Does taste better than the mushrooms.
Yeah.
That's very nice of you, but after all you've been through, you need some fuel, some energy.
She keeps absent-mindedly poking away at the food and sometimes taking some bites. Okay. I've been thinking. You've heard me mention Fennec, right?
Yeah.
So this was a gnome that was with me, and I think it's very important that we find him. That's what I've been trying to tell you guys, but now that I had time to think about it a bit, come to my senses, calm down a bit, the reason why it is so important to find him, or at least his house, is because of the story he told me. He told me that he bought seeds from Solford. And he planted those seeds in his lab or in his garden, and plants grew from it. A plant that attacked him, bit him, made him sick, and what happens after that he doesn't know. But I don't know if you guys know about Solford, but that place is no more. It is a wound. These seeds came from a wound.
Okay.
The fact that he was able to buy them, I think, is very important, and it's something that just struck me actually, because apparently, maybe, possibly, people are going into the wounds, get stuff out, and sell them and spread them throughout the lands. It's a possibility.
That would give.
But so Fennec lived here in Brester. If we can find his house, we can see if we can maybe either see these plants and destroy them, or these seeds and destroy them. Anyway, I think it might be important to at least check up on his house.
Okay. Thomas looks a bit panicky right now. So we are staying in Presnera now. Okay.
Well, but yeah, you mentioned before that you wanted to leave, and I want to leave as well. I want to continue my journey and want to leave all this craziness behind. But on the other hand, this might be a nice opportunity, and actually not an opportunity. I think it might actually be really important to make sure that whatever caused this thing for Fennec doesn't happen to anyone else.
Yeah, because what you just said would explain how the acolyte got influenced that was following us. Because if there are people going in and getting stuff out which can affect other people, then that could have happened.
Yes, and before you know it, we can have a new outbreak of the Dark Delirium here.
But is it not better than to not do this ourselves, but to leave it to the Templars, for example?
I don't know if I trust the Templars, to be honest.
You can trust the Templars, no worries there. They are honorable people. We've met some, they've proven nothing else.
They were able to push away that place, that spot.
Yes, they were. Yeah, I mean, if we want to find out where Fennec lived, we could find it out really fast, I imagine, by asking the people outside the inn.
I think
Sir Gunther says that's actually a very good idea. we must take care of this threat, and although the Templars did an excellent job outside of the forest, we can rely upon them every time we encounter this, because something tells me we might encounter the dark spots more than we want to.
Yeah, that
Because
makes
the
sense.
second time. This is the second time in our journey that we encountered problems.
But we don't have the same power to work against those wounds.
Well, we might not have that kind of power yet, but I've been thinking about this, and if it's the belief in Aedon for part of it that gives her strength, then maybe I might grow into such a role myself. Although
You might be able to channel power.
I don't. It's strange to think about this kind of thought processes, because I never would have expected that I would be thinking about something like that before. I just wanted to go to Brentwick, but the journey can still be the same, but our mission along the way could definitely have been changed by our experiences so far. And I must say, I like this idea a lot better than the stupid... No, that's not it. The inferior... No, not the inferior. Thomas's idea, with the angel, because, that's just silly.
Well, so possibly somebody could go out and ask them that the Lady Oddleif would like to learn the location of one Fennec Breathfold's house?
Brassfold. Brass.
Brassfold.
Yeah, brass. Like the metal.
Oh, yeah,
brass.
yeah. Ass. I changed it to
ass. Yeah.
Do you not think it's better to ask them yourself?
Well, I think it will cause mayhem. I think that if somebody requested it, we don't want the entire village to go hunt down some house. We just want some information, right? I don't even know if it's the smartest thing to ask them. Like,
well, honesty goes a long way. So if you just tell them,
did the innkeeper just drop some glass?
Yeah, I think I heard it too.
Sorry, there is some glass dropping here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's cleaning it up.
innkeeper.
Don't worry. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I lost my train of thought there. Honesty goes a long way. If we simply state that we want to know his place because we want to... what do we want? Well, to be honest, to find out...
We want to investigate a possible danger, but more than that, maybe it's smarter to say the other truth, which is that I just want to learn his location. And a place to start would be his house here in Brester.
Yeah.
Which would not cause an alarm.
How very mature of you, Oddleif.
Thank you. How very mature of you to see the wisdom of
honesty?
Of honesty and
Sorry, I'll mute myself.
and half-truths.
I think it is the truth.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's good. So, but then, do you think it would be smarter if somebody else asked them? Or are there other ways to learn his location? Should we... I don't know, what do you guys think?
Sir
If we
Gunther
want
says,
to...
Sir Gunther says, you have the best opportunity right now as the prophet of Aedon.
Yeah.
So, I think you might ask the people.
But then we will have people following us around town the entire journey.
We can always use Thomas' idea after the fact.
But do we want the entire city to be there when we go inside this house to investigate a possible danger?
No, that might not be a smart idea.
No. But would it not be okay to ask the question and then maybe not all of us together go there, but just maybe two of us?
You want to split the party?
Oh my
That
God.
might be the best idea.
Let's all go our separate ways and just investigate.
5 different parts of town. Yeah.
See the DM die inside.
Yeah. Oh my God.
We've been together for literally 5 minutes.
It took you 3 sessions to come back together, and okay, fine.
If what you say is
Whatever.
true, then he isn't home, right? So we need to enter his apartment without his permission, and I'm not too good at those kind of things, but maybe somebody else is.
You see
Directly
Thomas,
looks at Thomas now.
yeah. Thomas got the hint. He said, "Yeah, I might be able to enter his home. It's for a good cause, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah. He asked you
No,
for help.
he is dead, so there's no problem in ownership, I think, except
But
for one. He's gone. So sorry. So
Okay, so now
that's confusing things.
But if you all want to go, then
we could just march up to some town officials to ask them, like they should know. I as Oddleif, I would probably know this. Where would you go is there like a city hall?
Yeah, sure. And even a church might keep records of their faithful.
I don't think that Fennec was faithful. I mean, he was messing with seeds from a wound, man. Come on.
Yeah.
you never know.
I mean, it might be but I don't see him go to church every.
I've been thinking, about this flying thing that Thomas said, and it's but what if we would just? I had this flashback to we are going deeper underground, and there the heroine went into the sewers. Isn't that a way out, or doesn't Brester have any sewers?
Thomas?
Mr. Innkeeper,
I don't know.
Yes.
does Brester have a sewer system?
Yes.
See, thank you.
How long is this gonna take, by the way? Because
What?
We're renting the place.
This is both good for business and really bad for business.
So let's agree on this. We will stay for another night, possibly. We'll take rooms for another night. We might leave earlier. When we left in the night or earlier or tomorrow morning, then you have the entire place for yourself, and you can tell them all about how Aedon's angel decided to stay in your inn. And
also, there were other guests here. You guys weren't the only ones. And right now they can't come inside.
Oh. They'll find their way inside. The crowd will disperse at one moment, possibly.
I still don't understand what's going on. You think you're an angel?
Well,
I don't see it.
What's wrong with that?
I mean,
Excuse
angels
me,
even
you
exist?
think I'm not good enough to be an angel?
well,
Oddleif.
I'm thinking that if you were an angel, you wouldn't be traveling in this company.
Sorry, what? Sorry,
I mean,
what?
there's one faithful person here, but other than that, a knight, bird, and a squire.
And don't
Well,
forget the best cook.
It is clear that you have no idea on how these matters would actually go.
True.
But
I still follow the old ways.
Well,
you still follow the old ways?
okay. So, but even in the old ways,
Yeah.
when you were reading about Miwendi and her followers, do you remember what was his name? Dornum? From the sixth book of Miwendi?
No.
Oh,
I wasn't
I've
that
read this part.
devout, but I still adhere to the
Dorman
styles.
Dorman traveled with crooks all the way across the land. But while he was traveling, he found that he had other ways of manifesting his beliefs, and finally he converted everyone he journeyed with towards the faith, and they became a force of good.
Mm-hmm. So that's what you're doing here.
No, but I'm just saying that it could be such a story that's developing here. You never know.
Okay, yeah, it would be interesting, but yeah.
Sometimes the most unlikely people
Yeah, so in the future you can say,
experience the
I had
greatest.
this,
I don't know where
I
I
had
was
this
going with that.
angel in my inn, and she wasn't much of a looker for an angel.
What?
I don't know. You're beautiful, Oddleif. I'm sorry. I don't know. That's not what
I
I
don't,
meant. either.
I don't
Anyway,
care about what people say about my.
and then you say, but she was here with this knight and this brother and this crook and this bird, and then you say, and it was an unlikely fellowship. But in the end, when you hear the stories after 10 years, well, everything came true and they became a force of good. I'm not saying that we will
And
be
it
a
all
force of
started
good.
here.
I will
in
be a
your
force
inn.
of good, but
Sewing
and it will happen in your inn.
turns to Thomas and tells him, "Did you hear? He called you a bird."
Yeah, I wasn't paying
Okay.
attention,
Okay.
the
So
last 5 minutes. So
maybe I should talk to the people in front of the inn, because we're not getting anywhere with them hanging around. They want to hear something from me, and I don't want to talk to them right now. I wanted to put it off a bit, but I guess that I will have to.
You should definitely tell them that staying here won't do them any good because the best meal of the day is still coming.
We could. Wise words. I think we could. Do we want to do this here, or do we want you? I think you promised Bowen. You promised them that we would announce me speaking and go to the church or something.
Well, I think that the story can change. We might just talk to them and guide them to church and stay here, or it doesn't matter. As long as you're honest, we can say anything.
Well, I want to be honest, but I don't.
Yes.
Okay. Is there like there's no balcony or something, right? We can really do this.
No. You could go outside. The window of your room is facing towards the street, so
Okay.
stand there.
All right. Am I doing this?
We're doing this.
we're doing
By
this.
the way, I'm looking at Butterfly Lady to see if she's well.
She's all right, but still in a bit of a coma.
Let Kiss cuddle up to her again.
Okay. Okay. I go up to my room then. Is anyone following or?
We're all doing you.
All right.
Yeah, even the innkeeper is coming along.
I
I have to see this.
Oddleif, one short moment before you start.
Yes.
And I press my
Please.
hand on her shoulder.
You
I
can see
can't,
that I'm a bit nervous.
And I say, you might not be a follower of him, but I am. And through my strength, I say, Aedon, guide you. That's guidance Thank
Thank you. Thank you for that, Bowen. I will I will try to do good by you.
You said you cast guidance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that normally lasts for 1 round or 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm doing it as we are going up.
Yeah,
to the...
but I'm just I wanted to
No,
say
it's 1 minute.
Okay, but even if it takes you more than 1 minute, if you need any help with your social check, should there be any, then you can have to deform.
There's a reason why I was a playwright and not an actor in any plays. I say when I walk up to my room, look out the window. Is the crowd there?
Mm-hmm. They've actually begun to bring some offerings and set them against the wall of the inn. Some flowers, some
downstairs.
Some bottles.
Get the loot.
You even see some coin pouches, maybe, or pouches at the very least. Food, a lot of food, especially fruits and vegetables in these wicker baskets.
Thomas is already downstairs. I'm here to collect the offerings for Lady Oddleif, the prophet of Aedon.
Do you actually do that?
I'll wait what she has to tell in her speech.
Okay,
Thomas does go downstairs and wait at the door to see where this is going, and then...
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Oh man, I didn't prepare. I wish I had prepared a glorious speech, but
It's
I'm just
okay,
going
man.
to...
I wish I
wrote some notes.
prepared session.
I wish I prepared a backstory for my character.
I wish I was playing D&D.
Okay. I open the windows and I step out, as far as I can without falling from the first floor. And see how people react.
Well, they immediately start cheering at the very sight of you. It's a lot of outcries like "Bless me, oh great angel, help me," and just cries for help and answers. They shush down a little bit.
People of Brester, listen to my story. You see me as a messenger for Aedon, and I don't know if I am, to be honest. But I do have a message. Yesterday, I've seen another place. I don't know where this was, I don't know when this was, I don't know what it was. But beyond the veil lies a poor reflection of our world. It mirrors our world, but it's shattered. Gods lie dead in its cities, and deformed creatures roam its streets. An all-seeing eye observes everything and sends his minions to destroy and corrupt. This is what I have seen. I don't know what it means, but I know that it is connected to the wounds of this world. If we all... And she falls silent for a moment because she doesn't know what to say. And she collects herself. I was able to return to our world through the Church of Aedon, which is where I reappeared into
Aedon.
Our world. Now, I want to tell you to keep thinking, try and think for yourselves. Always keep in mind whatever anybody tells you, to think for yourself and see whether it's good or bad and follow the path of good. Do not be overzealous. Do not be deceitful. Do not be greedy. Do not be wrathful. Do not be rash. Do not be lavish. Do not be restless. And do not be proud. This is what I can tell you. Now, on my journey here, I came through the city of Cabri, where bandits called the Scarlet Blades roam openly and freely. If we really want to stop evil in this world, then maybe we should start with checking our own neighbors and see if we can help them. I wait for any response.
Well, when you summed up those tenets, there was some murmuring through the crowd as they understood that it had something to do with the tenets, but phrased them differently. And that caused some confusion, among, especially among the clergy, who seemed to pick it up the quickest. And now, well, you see some of the guard, the Kobold Shield, talking among each other, and at the mention of the Scarlet Blade.
I'm looking at your Kobold Shield.
Well, the Scarlet Blade is known here. That's I think you can discern that from their reaction at the very least.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, they're still waiting for more.
They're waiting for more. Come on, man.
Well, you didn't give them an ending. It's like you're still listing things.
Yes, that's true. That is true. Well, okay. Talk amongst yourself for a moment while I figure this out.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. It's, also, for some people in the chat, we have a little bit of a surprise after the break. So stick around.
Stick around.
Stick around.
Come on.
Okay. So, if you have listened to my words and you understand my words, then there is still hope for us and for everyone to maybe drive back and the wounds to a point where they no longer exist. Okay, goodbye. No. Oh man, I just don't have any ending. It was literally like do your neighbors things. Okay.
Bowin.
I look to Bowin. I see him. I'm still standing there. Bowin is
I'm in tears, man. Tears are streaming from my face. Such beautiful words. No. I have a gesture.
I do this.
Should I step up? Let me.
I give Bowin his moment.
Okay.
You step back and let Bowin come forward.
So I watch over the people and I suddenly feel a bit awkward because I'm not used to this at all. But then I look at Oddleif and I get a big smile on my face and I say, "She has spoken, and in her words there's wisdom, because in a way she has pronounced the words of Aedon with a new kind of zeal that could inspire us all. So to you all I say, go forth and be honest, be faithful, be everything Aedon wants you to be, and start with your neighbors and go forth. Please, in her name, in Aedon's name, be the best self you can be."
I would like both of you to Make a charisma check. I mean, it was genuine, right? It was not a performance or a persuasion or
it's
deception.
Yeah.
It's really, yeah, okay. Yeah, you wanna, yeah. Okay, if you have
I want to
proficiency in persuasion, you can use your proficiency.
I want to have persuade them harder on my words than Bowin on his words.
Well, you have a guidance, so you have 1d4 extra.
Is that how you do it? Not add to the final result? Best result?
We'll see what happens here.
Okay. Well, I have a 3 as a result, so...
Wow.
Okay, 1 second. I'm just looking for D4.
That's a 3 plus 0, by the way.
My D4 is here. Yes. All right. That is a total of 22.
22. Wow,
persuasion.
That's really high.
That's a 13 and a 4 on the D4.
Well, most of the people seem quite satisfied with both your speeches here. There's a lot of talking among themselves and just a lot of head nodding and understanding and handshaking and hugging and yeah, they generally seem happy and some even come forward and put down more offerings. However, there's one lady, a pretty tall one actually, that steps forward. Bowin instantly recognizes her as the High Priest of Aedon. And she addresses you, Bowin, and says, Brother, why is the angel staying here at this inn? Why not come to our church? I speak to you and not me.
Because she is not speaking to me, she is speaking to all of us, and I just happen to be here at her side.
But I was here when she came to us. Yet she sought you out, specifically.
Because I was with her before that. But it isn't... You can come in to speak about this more privately, but it isn't the question of having the honor in at this moment. It's about being there at the right time. I think you were there for a very important part.
I look at you like if you let me, Bowin. So I step. I don't say if you let me. I just make this like a gesture. I step forward and I just tell the priestess, the Lady Oddleif can speak for herself. If you want to speak with me, then please enter the inn. And I step back into the room.
Well, more people see that it's an invitation and the crowd starts to move towards the inn, but the lady in blue turns around and says, no, I will go in by myself. Just stay here and behave, please. And then she's an elf, female. She's quite beautiful, though somewhat older. I'm not too sure that you guys would be great at estimating the age of an elf, but she has this white grayish hair and fair golden skin, and she's dressed in simple robes which are colored blue, like I said, a pale blue, which signifies her station as a high priest of Aedon. Those usually are in charge of the temple, or in this case she's probably in charge of both of the temples in the city. And she approaches the door and she waits patiently.
Thomas opens the door and he says, come in, my lady. And, he makes a small courteous bow. And as soon as she passes him, Thomas walks outside. I will be now taking the offerings for the Lady Oddleif. If you can all form a line, you can deposit your offerings at my side, and I will make sure Lady Oddleif will receive them.
Okay, you can make a deception check.
But he's telling the truth.
Ooh, that's a 19 plus. Deception. Oh, plus 0, so that's a 19 flat.
It's a 19. No, still, people look a bit confused at first, but then, there's a lot of offerings already put down there. But even some more people come forward and they hand you some coins or a fruit basket or stuff like that.
To all the people I say, blessings of the lady. Blessings of the lady. Blessings of the lady to you, my child. Blessings of the lady.
Oh my god, I hope.
Take all the offerings.
Just to be sure, Owen doesn't notice you doing this, right?
No.
Okay, okay, then...
Oh, that's amazing. We're starting our own religion, guys.
May the lady watch over you. May the lady watch over you.
Wow. Okay, I come downstairs. I will never guess it.
Okay.
I follow
Okay.
you.
You guys come downstairs. The lady passes Thomas by and she greets you with thank you, Squire, and walks further inside. And there she waits in the common room of the inn until you guys come down.
I'm still wearing my feathered clothing. I come down. And I make a courteous bow as well, or a curtsy for the high priestess.
This is the same woman that was there when you woke up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you for tending my wounds, and I'm sorry that I ran out on you earlier, but all of this has been a bit overwhelming for me. But thank you for taking care of me.
You're very welcome. Yes, you may address me as Mother Neldura. And I'm the High Priestess of Brester. So let me...
Sorry, can you repeat the name one more time?
Neldura, that's Nelyura.
Yeah.
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 But let me officially welcome you to our humble city. It's a great honor to have you come to us. Oh, I must admit that I was kind of unsettled that you left our great church in such a hurry. I've been waiting outside here for any words that come from you, because your words, the words that you spoke in the church, were worrying as well.
Yes.
And if I'm really honest, the words you spoke here were worrying.
Well, they should be. It is a word of warning.
But you said you came from another realm? Like another world?
I've been to another realm.
And Aedon sent you to that realm? Fight in his name?
I don't know about that. I know that I have been sent there. I arrived there by.
But you bore the marks of battle, so that led me to believe that you were there fighting in his name.
Well, some of the events that occurred during my time there are not known to me either. As in, I can't recall. I know the moment that I left, and I wasn't wounded yet. And the next thing I know is I woke up in your care. So I'm missing a part of the events that happened.
It's very strange. I mean, your wounds were located on your torso, not your head.
So the moment I left the other realm with my friend Fennec, or at least I thought I left with my friend Fennec. He got attacked by a creature, a tall, monstrous, armor-wearing creature with a large weapon. Can't recall if it was a glaive or a sword, but
It was a large double-handed sword.
yeah. He attacked us, and that's the last thing that I know. Then everything turned white, and I woke up in your care.
All right. So you ended up here by mistake.
What? No, I was already here. I returned home. This is where I should be.
Okay. So you were already in Brester then before.
Yes.
Hey, I think I'm starting to understand it a bit. From where do you hail then?
I'm from Ravenwing Island, a small island at the coast of Estes, to the south. Southwest, if I recall.
And Aedon sent you there first.
Aedon didn't send me anywhere. I do not communicate with Aedon. Aedon does not communicate with me.
But Aedon created you, right? You're one of his messengers. You're an angel.
Did he in that sense also not create you?
Of course, he's responsible for all life on this world. But,
Well,
I mean, he directly created you. I was born to a mother and father.
So was I. But I'm not here to talk about my youth or my upbringing. I was wondering if you could help me out. This friend, Fennec, Brasfault, he lived here in Brester as well.
Like Brasfault.
Yes. Do you know him? He was an
I know the
artificer,
name.
a gnomish artificer of some renown, maybe?
Well, yeah, his wife still attends the church.
Do you
Moralthea
know-
Brasfault.
What? Sorry, what's her name?
Moralthea. Yeah, these gnomish names are a bit complicated now and then.
Morathea, yeah.
Moralthea.
Could you maybe... I would very much like to talk to her, if that's possible.
Yeah, I think she's outside in the crowd. Actually.
Thomas, could you ask for Emeralthea Brasfault to enter the inn, please?
Of course, my lady, and he makes a small bow at the angel commands, and Thomas says, "We are looking for an Emeralthea Brasfault.
Brasfault. Like a
Brasfault.
voltage, and brass
Yep.
like the metal. It's not that hard,
I
people.
don't
Come
know
on.
that nobody gets that.
I'll type it in chat. Wait.
If you are Emeralthea Brasfault, your parents are want to pick you up near the boulevard."
That's not the IKEA. Okay.
Oh man!
He says,
Can I say something to your mother? Can I
Well,
talk to you?
okay.
Can I talk to you for a bit? Let's
Yeah, of
go
course.
back into the game.
In the crowd, there's some people pointing her out in the crowd, and she raises her hand as well, though you can't see it at first. But as people part, I hear an echo. Anyway, she comes forward. It's a plain gnomish female,
"Okay,
dressed in casual, and she.
While she's entering, I think that Bowin wanted to say something to the mother.
Yeah, sure.
So, I've read a lot in the libraries at the Green Old Cloister where I'm from, and though I will never try to get you out on something that has happened and your interpretation of events, might it be that we are in some way, I don't know how, but might we be witnessing instead of an angel coming to us, some kind of, I don't know what kind of level, but some kind of ascension instead. That was my thought when I...
You mean like a mortal ascending towards the being an angel?
Yeah, something like that.
I get up
I have my doubts of the whole process, but because I've known Audrey for a couple of days now, Lady Oddleif, I don't know how to call her now, and I know her from her books and plays from before, but I have to agree with you that something has happened, and it in some way must be a sign of Aedon, but I don't know yet how it's all connected.
I've never heard of anything like that before. It hasn't happened before. It doesn't mean that Aedon wouldn't grant us new miracles, of course.
Well, as some say, maybe we live in interesting times, and we do, because in our short journey we have witnessed a wound being created and closed off by a Templar Aedon. We've witnessed a monstrous being which was the cause of that, and for some reason now we are in Brester, only a couple of days into our journey, and we witnessed such a big event that has not been seen for at least 100 years or something similar, and those were behind closed doors, so this was in plain sight, so maybe we live in interesting times, I think.
Yeah. Well, I did see... I mean, there was something otherworldly about the lady. She had wings, I was sure of it, and there was a whole church full of people that saw it as well. It happened during the Mass. And the wings disappeared quickly, but they were there unmistakably.
Well,
so
in that case,
what you're proposing might be kind of the case, like some transformation to a higher purpose, a higher being.
But at least keep an open mind about this.
It would explain the confusion that the lady is experiencing herself. So.
I think so too.
But if that's the case, then is she even devout?
I think that deep within she is, but she has to find out for herself what her path is in life.
But then her words might be dangerous. Might affect a lot of people.
But that's where
she shouldn't.
I take a long glance at Oddleif, and then I say, well, that might be why I am here. Although yes. I will never presume that I am worthy of any cause of Aedon.
And nor should you, but might be a very good reason why Aedon put you in her path. You can all guess as to the whims of our great god, but I firmly believe that nothing happens by chance, especially not miracles like this.
So now I'm having a bit of a conflict, Mother.
Why is that, Mother?
Because at the same time we are on this simple but honest journey towards a city not far from here, and at the other and we are experiencing all these new kind of things, And I'm wondering if it's better to stay put in one place or continue the journey to see if the journey itself will guide us on a path that will be made clear by Aedon.
Well, I've only spoken to you for like 5 minutes now, but personally I think that what you call a simple journey might not actually be a physical journey, but a spiritual one.
Yes, and I'm wondering if that spiritual journey travels at the same pace as our steps on our road to Brentwick.
A spiritual journey can travel far faster than you ever could. But it's
it might be
important
a
to
far
keep an
longer
open
journey.
mind when experiencing such a journey. And sometimes the path is thrust upon us and not consciously taken.
Indeed.
I think you have to search for the meaning in your journey, Brother Bowin.
I'm starting to suspect that that is exactly what I have to do.
Do you doubt that you're on the correct path, though?
No, I do not doubt.
It's a good thing. There should be no doubt in your mind about your actions. Hold
Only when they are
what you
about the
hold dear,
mundane.
but try to learn from everything you experience while traveling this simple physical journey.
I think it's a simple physical journey that's keeping me, that's giving me some doubt because I have more problems with the mundane than the ethereal.
As many of your station do. That's something you have to come to terms with, though. And sometimes the world outside is a difficult one, because there's a lot of non-believers or people who stray from the correct path. That's okay. That doesn't mean they're bad people.
I've come to know this too. I have great problems understanding how people cope with honesty in this world, but I've seen many shades that lead to the same goal. I'm
Yes.
trying to see which ones are the right kind of honesty, which sounds strange to me because before I knew of only one.
Well, I've seen priests go insane trying to adhere to the path, to think in absolutes. I personally don't believe that is the way.
Did they also try to kill birds or Averin?
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that people were listening in on our conversation.
He's okay, this is Solwing. He has some silly beliefs about the sun, but in the end he's a good guy.
Well, that's exactly what I was saying before, but what do you mean by killing birds? 'Cause, yeah, some of us slaughter fowl.
You just
food.
said that some of these priests lose their mind, and we just encountered one who tried to kill us. And they were after my bones and feathers and stuff like that. So I was wondering if more priests have the same problems, because then I will need to look out more with priests.
Well, killing and murdering is something that a priest should never do.
I agree wholeheartedly, but you spoke about priests losing their way, and I thought...
But are you...
already met them.
These were actual priests? Or
Acolytes,
just clergy? Acolytes.
probably clergy.
Well, there are a lot of bad apples among them. And it takes a while for some people to find their way towards Aedon.
But you're just telling us that we all should look out for the priests, because they can also lose the path.
No, I don't think you should single out priests here. I think you should consider people. people can just be dangerous and murderers. But people can also be very, very good.
Hey, Solwing, it's not for you to think in absolutes.
No, but the lady here just, or mother, sorry, just said that more often priests lose their ability to think straight. So I thought maybe we should be more careful with these types.
That doesn't mean they get evil.
So exactly, they become obsessed and find it really hard to live among normal people, the non-faithful. Because they think that their way of living is wrong and they adhere so strongly to certain principles that they just cannot accept the way other people live.
Which is dangerous. We agree.
I'm not saying it's dangerous. It usually leads to some kind of a hermetism, like they seclude themselves from society or go live in a monastery where everyone around them is like-minded.
We had those at our cloister.
So I wasn't around for this conversation. I got up as soon as they started talking about me as if I were there.
Yeah.
I just stepped away to greet the Lady Emeralthea Breastfold at the door.
Yeah, well, she comes in. She's really small, but that's normal for a gnome. But she makes herself small as well. She feels very small. She looks plainly clothed. Her hair is well kept, brown and tied backwards in a ponytail. She's about middle aged, and as she slowly approaches you and with her head down and say, "You summoned me, milady?"
You can call me Oddleif if you like to follow me, please. And I take her up the stairs to my room so we can talk in private.
Oh, yes. Thank you, milady Oddleif. And she follows you.
Yeah. So I point her to the chair and I just go sit on the floor. So we are about eye level.
Yeah, she hops onto the chair. Her feet don't reach the ground while she's sitting in there.
That's quite eye level. And she's looking down on me.
Yeah. That eases her up a little bit. And then, yeah, she's silent.
Okay. So we have never met and you don't know who I am. And I don't know who you are. And I have been doubting what I should tell you, because I don't want to give you any hope and I still don't know what I'm going to tell you. So if you could you tell me about your husband and his last days and what happened? And I know it might be difficult for you, but I think I really need to hear that story.
Want to hear about Fanny?
Yes.
Oh, he was genius. Smartest man I ever knew. I mean, things he could make. It's magical technology. It was awesome, but yeah, ultimately it got the better of him. An experiment gone wrong. He poisoned himself. And yeah, he died from that.
You saw him pass away?
Well, not exactly. As in, there was never a corpse, but he was really, really ill for a couple of days, and just got worse and worse. And I went to check up on him, and suddenly he was gone. His whole bed was soaked with sweat and drenched, but no sign of him. And I spoke to him just 15 minutes prior. There's no way he could have gotten up and walked out of there, not in the condition he was.
And,
He was so sick.
And the experiments that he was doing?
Well, yeah, he was working on some type of plant, I think, and he was making them grow, and eventually, when the plant bloomed, it bit him. And that might sound odd, but it really happened. It spawned like a mouth, and then it bit him, and I saw the wound on his arm. It's like this whole teeth marks. And from there, his veins grew black as the poison coursed through his entire body. And
what happened to the plant in the experiments?
Oh, we burned them.
And the seeds?
Well, I didn't have any seeds left.
Good, that's good. So,
why are you asking about
how long
husband?
ago was this? How long ago was this?
I think 2.5 years ago.
It must have been. So, it must have been difficult, and I'm sorry that I might be opening some old wounds, but
it's okay.
The other world, the other place that I've been to, that I've just come back from, I couldn't have come back without the help of, I think, your husband. And
my husband was there?
I don't know how or why. And I don't even know whether I should have told you, but I think I should tell you that there might be a small chance that your husband is still alive, but trapped in the other realm.
Really?
And
how can you go back?
I might. I promised him that I would get him out. I was holding his hand, pulling him behind me when I left, and he might be here. I don't know.
I was at the church when you fell out of the sky.
I don't know.
You were alone.
I'm so sorry. I thought he was there right with me, and when I woke up and he wasn't there, he might still be in the other realm. But I promise you that if I can get him out, I will. If I ever return there, and I will try and get him out. And I just felt that you needed to know this.
Yes, thank you, Lady Oddleif. She starts crying. Like really, really heavy sobbing into her hands.
I just sort of see if she wants to be hugged.
So yeah,
I don't want to just grab her, but
she
I give her.
She kind of jumps off the chair and.
Okay, then I give her a shoulder to cry on and just shush her a bit. Okay. After that,
through her sobs, you hear her say, "Thank you."
Yeah. I just hope that I didn't make any promises that I can't keep. Okay. So, as I take her downstairs at one point and sit her at a table and pour her some water, give her some water, and I walk over to the rest of the group.
Right, then let's take a break here.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be back in about 5 minutes, so see you then.
Wait for the surprise.
Yeah, there's a small surprise for some people.
Stick around for the surprise after the break for some people.
And we're back. Yeah. So we've recently attained affiliate status with Twitch, all thanks to you guys here in the chat. And there's a couple of people we want to thank for that. A couple of people that have been with us from the start and have been supporting us all the way. Because of our new status, we're able to give people VIP status in the chat. And I want to do that right now. So let me start off with Donker Rips, who is in the chat right now. Will be the first one you will give VIP status. It's a nice little badge next to your name. If you say something in chat right now, you should see it. And I'm not sure if he's here, but Sir Skankalot as well. And next up is Marineas. And finally, we want to give Esner N VIP status. So a big thanks to all of you guys and everyone that I didn't mention as well, of course. But these guys have been with us from the start and have been great, really supportive to us. So this is our way of saying thanks. And saying thanks is also a way of saying thanks. So thanks.
Thank you all.
Thank you all
so very much. And to mention that these people also help us when the stream is not on by giving us some feedback on how we can improve. And really grateful to their effort.
Yeah,
that makes them very important people.
Peoples.
Right.
So.
Yeah, with that out of the way, let's dive back in. Yeah, so a lot of things are happening at once. We have the widow of Fennec sitting in the inn. We have Mother Neljura talking with Bowin, and Thomas that has been collecting some offerings for Aedon's angel. Yeah. What are you guys gonna do?
all doing the Lord's work.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I was walking back to the rest of the group.
Wait 1 second. Thomas, are you still outside?
Thomas is still outside. Yeah, he's collecting.
Okay, well,
but he is staying vigilant for familiar faces in the crowd.
Okay, make a perception check.
Okay. Oh, and chat doesn't believe that I roll 19s all the way, so I'll do this one live.
Okay, roll 19.
Oh, that's a 12. So see, I don't always roll 19.
It's a 12. We believe you.
12. My perception is 12 plus 1, so that's a 13.
13. Well, you see no face. You see some unsavory figures, but yeah, doesn't mean they're linked to your past. But at some point, there was a line that formed to hand over some offerings, and at some point you were handed a note by a guy that walks away immediately, and you look at it and it says, "Thomas, we know where you are."
Okay. Thomas is taken back a bit. Wait, he passes me the note. Does he pass me anything else?
No, just note, and you can still see him walking away, but he disappears in the crowd pretty soon. And from the back, he looks like a regular person. So.
Okay, damn it. Okay. Well, this might be troublesome. Thomas now anxiously looks around to see if he can see any. He can spot any familiar faces in the crowd. I just rolled a 12, so I won't be able to spot something. But he is staying on guard right now.
But you're still staying outside.
Yeah, there's still some collecting to do, so...
Yeah, sure, yeah, okay, yeah, priorities, right? That's okay.
But he is extra vigilant. As soon as shit hits the fan, let me know, because Thomas has a plan.
Ooh. Cool. I'll get back to you.
Include Solwing flying out in some form of clothing.
With a blue wig, yeah. No, okay, let's head back inside then. Not you, Thomas, but the other guys.
Okay. So I walk back to the rest of the guys. I don't think we need to visit the house of Fennec anymore. I think that part is resolved, so it might be time for us to leave Brester.
I take a look at the mother and say, in our journey, I think it only started a short while ago. I think it's best if we continue instead of getting delayed by big crowds.
I think you still have a long way to go, and even if you reach your physical destination, your journey is not over by far. So I wish you all the best of luck and wisdom.
Can you get us out of here? Without...
I could disperse the crowd a bit if you need some to pass through, but that won't go without them seeing you leaving. There's nothing stopping them from following you, of course.
We could leave in the night when it's dark. If the crowd disperses and we leave at night.
All the really faithful, I think they will stay outside here.
Yeah, and besides, Thomas said that we better move fast, so if we can go, let's just go.
What do we do with people following us?
We outrun them.
Sir Gunther says, I can always take you upon my horse and then we'll go ahead. We will ride ahead of the rest of the party and then we will wait for them on the road.
Mother, if I could ask you a question.
Of course.
How would you perceive the plan to dress up our friend Solwing in my old robes and have him fly off?
Deceitful.
True. Sir Gunther says...
I already suspected you would say that, yes.
Well, that might rile up people even more, if I have to be honest.
You're
Because
correct.
if they see you flying again with wings, then it only will reaffirm their belief in that you're Aedon's messenger. And while I have my doubts now that that is true, I still think you need to grow and find your way to serve Aedon.
Sir Gunther...
I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or an insult or...
What do you mean?
Yeah, never mind.
Why would it be an insult?
You're all
Well,
on the path of growth.
It sounded a bit as if you were some way better than me.
No. We're all on a journey, and even I can grow a lot more. But I'm more versed in scripture and our faith, and to be frank, you're not. You don't even seem to be of the laity.
Sorry, of the?
Laity, the faithful.
No, I'm not. And I don't understand why that should matter if I keep to my...
It doesn't. If you're a good person, then that's all right. Especially in Aedon's eyes. Not everyone has to be faithful. They just need to be decent people.
I have experienced this before, Mother. The things we say are misinterpreted and seen as punishment rather than comfort.
Well,
sometimes it just feels that you people should come off your high horse a bit and talk to us like normal people, like good people, without almost having every sentence sound as if we are bad people.
Brother Bowin, people don't understand us, and they can't really until they see our way of life.
I have an inkling that this is exactly what she meant.
Yeah, but
earlier.
those people that don't understand us are more likely to reject us. But that doesn't mean they're wrong or lesser.
No. True. Yeah.
Okay, it's time for us to leave. I do thank you so much for tending my wounds and helping me out, and I would take any help you can give us in dispersing the crowd and making us leaving the city as smooth as possible.
I have one additional idea, but I don't know if it works the same here in Brester as it works in the Greenhold Cloister. That's has this church been built on a foundation of an old god?
Yes.
The cloister was as well, and there were these passages that led from the cloister to the old outer spaces of the Miwendi sanctum. Are there such ways under the church that lead out of Brester?
No. Sadly, the only way to cross the river is either by boat or by bridge. I mean, I know what you mean. We call them the crypts here, but there's no. They don't lead under the river. The river is really deep here.
Could we buy some horses, maybe?
Sir Gunther says, can the church spare us some horses to aid us in our journey? We can always deposit the horses at the next church of Aedon and ask if they can bring them back at their convenience. But that might speed us up on our journey, and that might
delay any pursuers.
Yeah, exactly.
That seems wise. Sadly, the church can't provide you with any horses, I'm afraid, but a man of your stature, and she suggests that Gunther might be able to procure some horses from the Kobold Shield.
That might also be an option.
Or just buy horses. I mean, there's been a lot of offerings here.
Yeah, as for that,
What?
I start going. I look at all this, and
what?
The offerings.
The offerings, yeah.
Yeah. Mother, if you could aid me in one last thing, could you maybe make sure that the things that we can't carry go to Emeralthea's house and Phoenix's house?
Yes, of course, if that's what you wish.
That's what I wish.
Although, Solwing says, if we have horses, we might be able to take all the fruit baskets.
We can carry some food with us. We need provisions and food on our journey, to be sure.
Food.
But I think there's more than plenty, and we can.
Yeah, in my personal honest opinion, if people offer you food, you should never deny it, right?
Well, but then it's free for us to offer it to someone else. It's not.
That is very true as well.
Okay.
So regifting.
That's what I want to do. So I guess like we send out somebody to get us horses. As when the horses arrive, we divvy up the offerings. I think bags of coin and everything. I trust that Thomas has taken care of that, and we'll hear what's up with that, maybe, at some point. Then for food, we take some rations that we can carry on our journey.
Can we do it like that?
Yeah, and I'm not taking a horse.
Might be the best plan we have.
You won't take a horse because you can fly, right?
Yes.
But a horse has more stamina than you. Flying for a prolonged period of time does tire you out quite a bit, and riding a horse might not.
It's true, but
we can always tie a rope around your waist and have you as sort of
like a kite, yeah.
Kite you around.
No, but I've never ridden a horse before, and if we need to make speed, then it doesn't make any sense to start learning now.
I have to see how I get my chest on a horse, but well, could be possible.
Maybe you should also arrange for a carriage then.
Is it weird that I already feel bad for the horses?
So while all this is going on, I think that Oddleif, we will probably have like a half hour, an hour before all of these things are sorted. So in that time, I think I would like to go up to my room and change clothing. Maybe if there's a bath that can be drawn, then I would take a bath and change clothing.
Yeah, sure. If you speak to the innkeep, he can prepare a bath for you.
Yeah.
Thomas is still collecting offerings outside. Is there any sight of possible problems or trouble?
Make another perception check.
Okay. It's 14 plus 1, that's a 15.
15. No. Looks all clear.
All clear.
Well.
Yeah, so Oddleif's taking a bath. Thomas is collecting the last bits of offerings. You put it in the hallway of the inn, most of it, and it's quite a lot. And there's some coin among it as well. Other than that, it's mostly foodstuffs and scrolls with prayers on them. But these are usually sealed, unlike the note you were handed that was clear and plain, open. Your eyes were immediately drawn to your own name there. That's about it. Solving? What are you doing?
I think that I'm either accompanying Sir Gunther to take care of the horses or start eating fruit. Because I just heard that I need to fly a lot, so I need to build up
yeah. I get it.
Gain some weight. No.
Well, you said that Gunther was going to get the horses. Gunther even has a horse himself, so he doesn't need one.
Yeah, he has a horse himself. Gunther instructs Thomas to ask somebody outside if somebody can arrange some horses, and we will pay for the horses. So.
Realize what a horse costs?
I have no idea. I never buy horses out.
What?
Yeah, like 50 gold a piece or something.
Gold a piece?
50 for a draft
cheapest,
horse,
yeah.
75 for a riding horse or something.
400 for a war horse.
Okay. Oh wow. How many?
Let's just ask the kobold shield to.
Yeah.
How do you spend your gold? Yeah, exactly. Buy horses.
Sir Gunther uses his. Sir Gunther stands outside with Thomas, and he scans around if he can see any kobold shield representatives or knights or.
Yeah, but not as worshippers, so to say, but more of they're keeping the order here. They also function as city guard. Though Brester does have their own city guard, but the Cobalt Shield is filling in this instance because it's city guard is more posted at gates and stuff like that, and keeping an eye on the important houses and stuff like that. But the Cobalt Shield is their function is more like special events and defense outside of the city and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, as soon as he sees a knight of the Cobalt Shield, he walks over to the knight, if he can get through the crowd.
Yeah, sure.
And he says, good sir knight from the Cobalt Shield.
Wait, this is Gunter, right?
Yeah, this is...
okay. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir Gunther of the Order of the White Rose.
Sir Gunter, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Sir Hendrik.
Sir Hendrik? Might I ask a favor of you from knighthood to knight? From knightly order to knightly order.
Of course.
Yeah. As you can see, our presence here, and I accompany the Lady Oddleif. Our presence here has stirred up quite a ruckus.
Yeah, no kidding.
Might we be able to lend some horses from you so we can depart the city as fast as possible? Because I'm afraid the crowd will follow us as soon as we try to leave. It can be underestimated if you're the valiant knights. That's absolutely.
I think we could arrange some horses. How many?
I think we need 2 horses. 3 horses, yeah.
3 horses, yeah, around for Thomas as well, of course, yeah. 3 horses. Yeah, I think we can arrange that for the White Rose. You're on official duty, aren't you?
I am on official duty, yeah.
You're the protector of the Lady Oddleif?
Yes, I protect the Lady Oddleif, among other things. I have my own quest, but the Lady Oddleif is under my protection. And she automatically falls under the protection of the Order of the White Rose. So.
Right. Yeah, I'll have to speak to my captain, but I should be able to arrange something for you. Do you want them delivered here? Or are you able to pick them up at, what's it called? The Cobalt Garrison.
Whatever is most convenient to you.
Well, most convenient. Convenience is not the issue here, because we're talking about what's convenient for me. And of course, the garrison would be better, but I could send them over.
Yeah, if you can bring them to the inn, that would be, that would be most pleasurable. If the Order of the White Rose can do anything for you guys in return in the future, you have my word, we will do it.
Where are you heading? What's your next stop?
Sorry, the conversation is going smoothly. But...
the next city on the map.
Yeah.
The next town. What is it? On our way to Prestwick.
I think it's Woutford.
Yeah. No?
Woutford?
That's by heart, so I'll check. Wait,
okay.
Can't I just show it on stream?
Our next stop is Nijmegen.
No, that's just wrong. Let's put it in studio.
Damn it, I should know this, but my computer is almost crashing. So
obviously, we're going to...
You could also just say...
Just move your mouth, I'll edit it in later.
No. If you take a look at the stream at the moment,
just say...
there's the map of the land, and you're now at Brester, which is at the intersection of the river. Well, you could follow the main road that runs from east to west, or west to east, whatever way you're going. Woutford seems to be the next stop. So you're heading from Brester to Woutford to Stendal, Kiverlow, and then Brentwick.
So our next stop would be Wildfort.
The main road branches in the forest, and then you head deeper into the forest to Wildfort, and that should be the next.
Yeah, so Sir Gunther says, our next stop would be Wildfort.
Well, you could leave the horses there, and that's all right. Or we could just ask the White Rose themselves for compensation.
I think we will dispose of the horse. We will dispose the horses at the next stop because we won't be needing the horses after that.
Yeah, because once you leave the main road, when heading to Wildfort, you will. It will be harder to travel by horse if you head through the forest. There's still a path there, but it won't go that much faster than on foot. But you won't tire as much either, so there's that.
Well, we will deposit the horses at the next at Wildfort.
Okay, we appreciate that. There should be a Cobalt shield person there as well, so just leave them there then. I'll go speak to my captain, and I'll arrange horses to be sent to you here at the inn.
Much appreciated.
And good luck on your quest, Sir Gunther.
Thank you very much. I hope we will meet again in the future.
We'll see. You're always welcome to visit the garrison, of course.
I will. At my next, the next time I will pass by, I will make sure I'll go to the garrison.
Right, and we can exchange some stories. It would be fun.
We will. If Sir Gunther is alive at that point.
Wow, disclaimer. Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
It's our main quest to keep him alive, so...
Yeah.
Okay, you can expect them in, about an hour or so.
Okay. I will inform my companions. And he turns around, he walks back. Thomas is still standing in front of the inn. And halfway to Thomas, he starts coughing again. And this time he coughs up. He holds his hand before his mouth. And he coughs up considerable blood. He tries to take a handkerchief out of any place he can find it, and then he'll wipe up the blood from his hand, and then he'll continue his journey to Thomas.
Wow.
Well, you're Thomas as well, so...
Meanwhile, inside, Oddleif's taking a bath. Owen.
If the mother stays for a while, is she? Or is she
yeah, because she's gonna help with the crowd.
Okay, so then I have some conversation with her about adopting old churches into new ones and getting rid of old signs that portray the old gods, while still incorporating the history of such a church within your own belief system. How that is best done.
She has something to tell you about the church here, because that one was based on the temple to Unadi, the gods of water, which is mostly worshipped by fishermen and sailors and mariners all alike. And they removed most of the old stuff, but what they did keep is and you saw that actually, I don't know if I described it to you, but there's this huge hole in the ceiling of the church, and which lets in sunlight and stuff. But actually, the original purpose for that was to look at the stars, because the stars are what guide mariners, and they use them for navigation. In the old ways, the masses were held after sundown, actually, and as much as they revered water, they revered stars as well. In the old decorations, there were a lot of water shapes and ships and stars and stuff like that. But most of that has been replaced. Especially the stars have been replaced with Aedon's 8-pointed star octagram. And they really made an effort to turn to get rid of as much of the old ways as was possible. But there's another temple in the city, and that one was dedicated to I can't find the name. The God of Knowledge. I'm not sure what he was called anymore. If you have the list at hand, please tell me. But that one was kept more in the old state. It is in a kind of poor part of the city, and most of the church's money, while redecorating the churches, was spent on the main church on the central square of Presser.
Well, I like the God of Knowledge, in a way.
Me too.
Hear the conversation towards that one. But it's more general ideas that I'm exchanging now, not going into...
No, that's fine. Kind of annoyed that I don't know the name now. Looking it up, so keep talking.
I was looking at the lore folder to see if you dropped it there. But
no, he's called Erwin. Urban. God of Knowledge, Reason and Wisdom. But yeah, there's some talk about churches, cows and calves.
At one point I come back, I am dressed differently. I'm not wearing the same grays, whites, and soft blues silks anymore. I'm now wearing a bit more colorful clothing. Dark greens and dark blues. Some orange red here and there.
Cool. I look up and see you arriving and I say, oh, that's a sight for sore eyes.
Yeah, even the mother Nelruya is nodding approvingly, and unbeknownst to most of you, she winks at Bowin.
I look at that and I don't understand what she's trying to wink about.
Okay. He doesn't waste any words on it.
I return a wink. That's what I do. Double wink.
How do you do the one eye?
Okay, anyway, is there anything else you want to do while waiting for those horses to get here?
I want to leave.
You have to wait. Yeah, Thomas, do you go through the stuff?
But when first unmuting your mic.
Still unmute your mic first and then talk. Okay, just keep talking. We'll ignore you then.
Thomas gathers all as much as possible. Of course, the coins. He collects all coins. So my English is failing me right now. He collects all coin and as much stuff as possible and makes it ready for travel. So.
Yeah, I'd like to, like the papers and stuff. I want to keep. Obviously, the money we can split up. The foods and stuff, we make rations.
Do you share your findings with the rest of the group, Thomas?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess
He does
I
share.
mean, you can't hide the fruit baskets.
No, but you can hide the coin.
So,
And to be fair, it's not
Don't care
much
about the
coin. It is a lot of coin, but it's mostly small coppers and stuff like that. There's no gold pieces or... No, but just like someone would donate to the church during a mass or something, you know, when the basket is passed around, just like Catholics do.
Okay.
Sometimes a silver, a couple of coppers.
If you want
anything they can spare.
And the scrolls don't fit in your backpack, Oddleif, I can hold some in my chest. They're safe there for...
I don't know how many they are, but if they roll up, I actually have a scroll case, like, on my carried around.
Just offering sturdy support, that's all.
This is important. Is there still a large crowd outside of the tavern?
Well, the crowd has diminished somewhat, but yeah, there's still a lot of people, but not as much as there were before. It's a bit in the afternoon now, and people have to go home and make dinner, and
Okay.
Well, that's good. There's still a crowd. Okay.
Yeah, you like Oddleif's fan base.
No, I still have a plan in mind.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right.
Will we get on the horses?
Yeah,
Yeah.
as soon as the horses arrive, I suggest we leave.
And I as we leave, before we exit, I tell, what was her name? Mother Nilyusa. So,
Nilyusa,
Mother
yeah.
Nilyusa. You have spoken very wisely today. So I hope that the sun will shine bright and make a beacon for you.
I thank you very much for those kind words, Owen. And I wish you very well in your travels, and may the sun light your path as well.
I make a deep bow for those words, and I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Well,
Shall
at
we
some
leave
point
now?
the horses are delivered as a cobalt shield knight that knocks on the door. It's the same guy, Brother Hendrik, Sir Hendrik, the one you spoke to. And he has three horses for you guys.
Okay, that's good.
They're
So,
already saddled and stuff, but not much else. There's nothing special about the horses.
Yeah, Sir Gunther gives him a knightly handshake, so a handshake with.
A warrior's handshake.
Yeah,
A warrior's handshake.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, brother. This is much appreciated. I won't forget this.
Yeah.
I paid the... okay, sorry.
We're glad to help out Order of the Right Rose. I mean, the Queen's defense should help wherever we can.
Yes, we must. I bid you.
No, finish. I thought you were finished.
Once again, I thank you very much, brother, and then I'm finished.
Nice.
I paid the innkeeper 5 gold pieces.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you very much.
Is this enough?
That's more than enough. I really appreciate that. I mean, there was some inconvenience, but this more than makes up for it. Thank you.
Oh, good. Then I didn't underbid you. So, here you go. Thank you for our stay, and
He quickly pockets the coins.
so
Yeah.
that we could stay here. And sorry for the inconvenience.
I'll have to see how to deal with this, but might be good for business. I mean, tidings of an angel, right?
Yeah.
Next time we pass through town, the inn's called Oddleif's Ordeal.
All right.
So-
I thank the innkeeper. I thank the priest in very nice words, and go outside.
Yeah, let's
And
go.
Well, people have sat down outside, the ones who are dedicated enough to remain. But as soon as you come outside, they stand and they look up at you as if expecting more words from you.
I calmly get.
Before you can say anything, Thomas leans in and says, "Make sure they'll follow us to the edge of town."
The other side of the bridge. And so you leave Rester by the large bridge that is actually to the.
I calmly get
left
up
of
on
you.
the horse, and I turn towards the crowd. Dear people of Brester,
Oh, she's leaving.
thank you all so much for your welcome here. Unfortunately, I will have to leave. I'm on important business, you could say. Please remember the words that I've told you and listen to your heart. But I would be very pleased if you would walk with me to the edge of your city to say our final goodbyes.
Of course. Yeah, and they gladly form a retinue around you, actually.
Cool. All right, and with that we start to make our way to the edge of the city.
I have some difficulty getting on the horse and getting my chest on there as well, but I manage after a while, I think.
You get a
You
foot
have trouble getting on the horse, while Oddleif just told you that people like you should get off their high horse, right?
That's why, I think.
Okay. Yeah, it's such a high horse. Is anyone helping Bowin? Thomas,
Yeah,
perhaps?
Yeah, Thomas is helping Bowin, but he says,
I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I say.
he cups his hand. I'm here for you, Bowin.
Okay, give me
Okay.
give me some aid. And I'll get up with sweat pouring from my face and keeping the chest in balance and everything. But, so
How do you keep the? Are you literally like holding it like this on the horse,
in front of me like this.
like a Dutch
on your
person,
lap,
like a Dutch person on a bike with a with a crate of beer? Or two.
Yeah, 4 maybe. Yeah.
Oh, poor horse.
All right.
Oh,
Hey, let's go to the edge.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
we
so
make our way.
you continue your way down the main road of Bresser, the bridge road, it's actually called. And eventually you reach the bridge. It's not that far. But the bridge itself is huge. I mean, the river from bank to bank here is like at least 300 to 500 meters long. But the bridge is as well. It's a huge construction. It's made out of stone, and it actually starts way before you hit the riverbank. And there's a slight incline as you go up, with these gatehouses built on the side, like these small towers, which you pass through, and then it feels a bit like you're leaving Bresser. The Bresser's flags are up in there as well. But as you reach...
Wait, please. Because before we enter the bridge, I tell you guys, I'll monitor you from the sky, and I take flight so that I don't have to cross this bridge and just fly over it.
Yeah, that confuses the crowd a bit. Because at first they say, but oh, she took flight. But then they're actually seeing her sitting on the horse. And that leaves some confusion.
And I start
I say,
singing.
no, that's just an Averin.
And I start singing my daily sun song because I haven't sung it today.
Yeah, well, the sun is setting at the moment, so that's appropriate.
Yeah.
So it's your goodbye song this time, right? It's like your see you tomorrow song.
Yeah. My see you tomorrow song. Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Do we see any trouble on the
Make a
way?
perception check.
That's 10 plus 1, that's an 11.
11. can't discern anything weird. Look at every person in the crowd, and well, they all look at Oddleif with reverence. So
Damn it.
reverence.
Okay.
I can't finish my plan, man.
You can't. Okay.
Well, if we are at the edge of town, then I will say my final words.
Well, they follow you all the way to the other side of the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So at the middle of the bridge, you actually come to a wooden part that's made like a drawbridge, but a really big one, because these huge stone constructs at the side, which have these long chains that go the actual middle of the bridge. But it's like at least, I think, 15 meters high on each side. So it's a 30-meter drawbridge on both sides. And that's a wooden part you cross, and before you hit stone again. There's a really big part of this bridge that isn't anchored into the river, because it's supported by most of the things on the river banks, like the ends of the bridge. And well, you cross it without any problems. It's lit actually, because there are at least some lights, some torches are along the way, because it can get really dark, especially if sun goes down. So they've been recently lit. And you make your way across the bridge, and then it's time to say goodbye to your crowd.
All right. By the way, just one tiny note. I forgot to mention it before, but I wrote a scroll in my chamber after I took the bath, and I rolled it up and I asked it to be delivered to my castle, or to my.
Okay. To Ravenwing Island.
Yeah. Okay. So I get up. I stand up in my stirrups. So I sort of stretch my legs and stand up a bit to make myself a bit higher, and I look out over the crowd. Okay, dear people of Brester, this is where we depart. Thank you so much for everything that you have done and have given me, and your warm welcome. Please remember to be good to your neighbors, and to be good to yourself, and listen to yourself, and do not be zealous, do not be deceitful, do not be greedy, do not be wrathful, do not be rash. And I sit down again and I say farewell, and I put my horse into a gallop.
Well, they all shout their farewells at you as well, and bid you a good journey, and etc. As you come to the other side of the bridge, you can actually see you already see it, but there's a huge road laid out before you, the same road you traveled on for miles now. It's paved, but it's cut straight through a thick forest. So the road has been cleared, but there's these huge old trees lined up all along the road, which makes almost look, especially now that it's turning a bit dark, as if you're heading through a great wooden corridor. So,
Obvious ambush is obvious.
yeah, what? How do you guys proceed your journey?
I think the first part, we go as fast as possible, maybe. So I had a good run with the horses. Get some distance from the city and then slow down. That was my thought.
Yeah, I think we must cover as much terrain as possible in these first few hours.
I say to myself, please stay in the stirrups, and I cast guidance on myself.
Is the road well visible from the sky?
Yeah, because it's actually well, as it turns darker, it becomes harder and harder. But there's this clear line of trees and not trees.
Yeah.
And you can the trees don't over their canopy doesn't cover the road, because the road is pretty broad. I mean, there could be like 3 horse-drawn carriages next to each other on this road.
Okay. So the first part of the journey, when they're going fast, I'm going to fly a little bit higher, and as soon as evening sets in and it gets harder to see, I fly closer and closer and closer to make sure that I don't lose them in the night.
Yeah.
And I try to. I need to make perception checks anyway, because I'm always also flying to make my maps and to get a clear look at my surroundings. So maybe.
Well, okay, when you actively ask to see something specific, then you can make a perception check. But otherwise, you just have your passive perception that kicks in, and I mean, you're always looking around, just like you said. But that's your passive perception, unless you want to see something particular right now. Then sure.
No, I'm too positive to suspect an ambush, even after everything we went through. But I am actively trying to get a glimpse of the landscape that surrounds us, and 2, not lose them while doing that. So I am very much aware of my eyes. You know, my eyes are my guidance at this point. So
yeah. Well, you're in for kind of a long journey. It's the biggest distance between 2 cities you've encountered so far. It's about 70 kilometers or 44 miles along those lines. The first part of this journey will be along the paved road, but at some point the road splits into a smaller road that cuts deeper into the forest and will take you to Woudford. From bird's eye view, you can actually see how far the forest stretches, and it's pretty big. It's almost as far as you can see, I think. Yeah, it could be. It's really hard to imagine distances from bird's eye view.
Yeah, and it's already getting night, so the horizon will be closer.
Yeah. It's a clear and starry night, which is something new as well, because you had a few rainy days, or at least clouded days.
Also good for navigation.
Did you guys actually eat dinner? Didn't you?
I did.
We ate something for lunch, I think. But
Yeah,
For lunch, but dinner.
I think we
Well,
left when it settled in, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think at some point around what would be 8 o'clock approximately, you guys are somewhat hungry, so think of that with me.
I need to sleep.
I wasn't expecting that, but sure.
Sun's getting real low.
The sun's gone. There's no sun.
Yeah, that's.
There was a reference.
Okay.
I caught it.
Yeah, that was from Thor Ragnarok, right?
Those are inside jokes, man. Come on, that's you can't subject chat to that.
Oh, we can, but it will only be funny to us. I say I need to sleep soon. So should I cook on the side of the road? Solway, I need to sleep soonish. Should I cook on the side of the road?
So how long have we been traveling now?
Well, a couple
3 hours.
Yeah, a couple of hours, 2 hours at least. But, and you did notice along the road that these outcroppings in the road where people can make camp. Those are especially not really made, but they occurred because people this is a long journey to all sides of the country. This part of the open road is well traveled, but there's not much here in terms of cities or villages or stuff like that. So people have to camp outside here pretty often, and there are some spots you already passed by, and there's a pretty big chance that one's coming up really soon as well.
So when we get to one, I say bonfire, and oh no, and
Right.
How to fall off your horse? Yeah.
While we are slowing down and making our way to that spot, I sort of move my horse next to Thomas's and say, "Thank you, Thomas, for your help out there. I won't forget it." And I sort of do the crone purse that he gave me earlier, like move it around a bit, and I wink.
He winks back. He says, always a pleasure, Oddleif.
It seems you were in a bit of a hurry to leave as well. Would you mind telling me why?
Yeah, we ran into quite a bit of trouble. We fetched the fake creature that's now in possession of Bowin.
I'm holding that in my waddle as well.
It was around.
Yeah, and I encountered some bad people during that, during the retrieval. So, yeah, I think it might have been wise to depart as soon as possible before these people caught up with us.
Okay, you think the trouble might follow us out here?
It might. So we must be on our guard.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
So I'm saying, oh, wonderful, fresh loaf of bread, some butter, and I'm getting really excited about all the ingredients that we gathered.
You are probably carrying a lot in your. If you had room in your coffers, then.
I had some room left. Yeah.
A little bit. Maybe an apple.
There's probably some food in there as well.
When I see them going for this enclosure thing, I make a small round around the area to see if there's other open camping site a little deeper in the forest.
No. Actually, people usually camp next to the road. And you do encounter some traffic on the road, by the way. Some that come your way. Most of them on horseback, especially this time of day, because they want to reach Brester for the night. But
there are no clearings in the surrounding area.
Yeah, there are some open spaces, but they've not been used as a camping spot. So and you can clearly see some spots that have been used by other people before.
Yeah, but
sure, if you want an open spot, then that's okay.
Yeah, I'm talking a little bit deeper in the forest. Like I've also thought, like if we're going to stop already, then maybe people might chase us, because I have a fair inkling of what Thomas did the night before.
Well, you can find a small clearing somewhere, which does provide a lot of cover from the road, so people traveling along the road shouldn't be able to see you there unless they're
Bonfire!
So after I see that, I land.
Unless that.
I actually go right to Thomas and I tell him this. I tell him, like, if we're going to make camp already, then there's another clearing a little bit further in the forest where we could be more unnoticed.
Okay, we can eat right here and then go to the other clearing to set up camp. That might be the best idea.
Yeah, or we could eat and then continue. Make more distance.
I wouldn't be, after what you told me, I wouldn't mind traveling along a bit during the night.
But I have to sleep.
Okay, then let's.
We're
take-
afraid that we might get attacked, Bowen.
Yeah.
If we try to camp and sleep.
We might want to avoid another conflict. Is there anything among the stuff we gathered that might keep you up?
Drugs, you mean? You mean that someone give us drugs?
Something like caffeine.
Well, you are probably the only character that would recognize it. So, that's not entirely true, by the way.
Oh, this is a bit upsetting. Up till now, we always had the luxury of at least determining when we would go to bed. In a way. I'm feeling a bit uncomfortable with this, but if you are saying that we need to move on, then okay.
It might be the best idea. Says
Okay. Well, then I guess we should. Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Thomas looks at you weirdly, and then he turns around and he, makes his horse ready for departure as soon as possible. Finish dinner.
So I cook some food, right?
Yeah.
At least eat something.
Yeah, you want to make a check for that?
Yeah, of course. But at the same time, I'm saying to myself, it isn't a problem. Shouldn't be a problem at all. I've had worse. And it reflects in my roll. I rolled a natural one.
Oh my no.
Yeah, I want to show. Where is it?
Doom. So, Solwing was really anticipating a nice snack, and he already settled himself to be ultimately comfortable. And then he takes a bite, and then he just looks at you with these really sad eyes.
I snap my fingers and point at my food, and then to the rest for everyone. For the rest.
Is there anything? Is there anything?
I look at you before, like, do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bowen?
What? What seems to be the problem? And he starts chewing and doesn't even seem to care.
Okay, well, I snap my fingers and do it a bit inconspicuous. Change the flavor of his food a bit, because I see that he is struggling through it.
Is there anything in our possession right now that works as caffeine or anything that can keep him up? Because Thomas might want to spike Bowen's meal.
Yes, there is, Dungeon Master. Yes, there is.
yeah.
Food? You got some food?
Yeah. Might be some, but coffee beans, stuff like that.
Okay, so Thomas secretly grinds up some coffee beans or whatever is at hand, and then he says to he sits next to Bowen and he says, "Man, this is quite a journey, isn't it? I mean, look at the sky. You might want to appreciate the sky for now." And then he spikes it, and he spikes his food.
And I've changed the flavor, so you won't know this.
You really appreciate the world with all that's happened and the quiet that's around us right now. And he points up to the sky again, and as soon as Bowen watches, he spikes it up a bit more.
And I say to Thomas, you know, Thomas, you're right. I should enjoy the starry night.
It's a bit of the inverse of what usually happens with troublesome party members trying to keep this one awake. Usually you want to go to sleep.
You want to be able to wreck them as soon as possible.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I remember certain paladins that has be taken into drow cities or stuff like that. But this is the opposite, so nice. Okay, but do you really want to travel all through the night?
No, I think for a couple of hours and maybe until we find some place. If Soulwing goes up every now and then to check whether there's a...
Yeah, Soulwing, make a perception check for this then.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's just find a very, very good hiding space. That will be continuing our journey. That will be constantly my main point of focus. To find a very nice, in-depth place to hide ourselves and to have some proper sleep, because I am getting tired from all this hastily traveling as well.
I literally come from another dimension and haven't slept since, so... I sort of, maybe. I don't know how long I was out.
You slept there?
I slept there, yes. But then I did...
Sorry.
No problem.
What did you say, Soulwing?
That's a total of 21, 16 plus 5.
21. Okay. That's really nice. Well, at some point you find a nice spot, and it's a bit open, at least from the sky, but it's really secluded. It's like this circle of trees that will give you some cover, and it looks like really defensible as well. So. It might, the people on horseback might have to walk to it with the horse on their hand, but looks good. So, what do you do?
I fly back to the group and I tell them that we need to go there, and I hope they will find it a good idea.
It's about like I think it's about 1 or 2 o'clock at night, if you have to guess.
Sure.
Anybody else have this dry mouth?
No.
Totally fine.
Aaron.
And I feel so good. I didn't know that traveling at night did this to you. I should have done it before. I'm feeling alive. I'm feeling so good. Man, everything is clear now. The stars and everything. I can see into the forest for miles. Don't know what's happening, but this is magnificent.
Well, it's good to see you in such happy shape, because after tasting tonight's dinner, I thought you might be a little bit down.
Why?
Alright, but are we going to this spot or not? Let's not spend too much time on deciding where. Eric, you're still muted.
Yep.
Again.
All right, let's go. I just poured in a drink, but it sounds like I'm peeing if I do something.
I always go for the peeing sound, to be honest. I think it's funny.
Why not?
But
yeah, let's go. Let's just go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And let's set up a guard anyway.
Yeah, guard rotation. Even I want to participate this time.
Yep. Okay.
And
Or
I
would go all night.
I have
Party!
Maybe we should not guard the spot, but guard the place nearer to the road, and find some message that we can scream or something like that.
I understand what you're saying, but I don't know how we could practically do that. I think it's good enough, because we would be separated then. So I understand you want to keep an eye on the road to see if anybody comes there, but like then we're assuming that they will never find this spot anyway if they're traveling by road.
That's true. That makes sense.
Does anyone have any experience with wiping out our footprints and stuff? Hoofprints.
I could try.
Wow, you seem like. I mean, you.
I think
don't know.
I'm
We
on
could-
top of the world, man. I can do anything you ask of me.
I think it's a very good idea, Oddleif. Just at least try to cover the tracks leading into the forest.
I don't know how to cover tracks though. So
We just throw leaves and branches on the hoof marks, right?
okay.
We can always reverse walk our horses.
Good one. Good one.
Of course you can. Oh my god.
So it maybe amateuristic, but I gather some leaves from trees and some branches, and I just start dumping them all over the horse's footprints, and I feel very satisfied and very safe by it.
I help you.
Yeah. We also
I
help.
have some. I'm the waddle thing. I still don't know the word for it. I hang it across the horse's neck and put the lady in there together with Kiss, and I start covering tracks like mad.
Okay.
Great.
We
Thanks.
probably made it worse, but hey, we try.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a struggle, I say.
All right.
You seem
Okay.
very awake, Bowin. Maybe you want to take first watch.
Yes.
Maybe one of you wants to make a survival check. I don't care which one of you. Let's see how good you do it.
But if Jasper does it, he has to do it
21.
with disadvantage.
Seriously?
Yeah.
He really is on
19
top
plus
of the
2.
world.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. It's
Strength.
Better my cooking.
well, it looks like Owen's done a pretty good job, and he went
I
about it
I
really
admi-
fast for some reason.
admire his work and then look over at Thomas and go like,
Well, it's, yeah, the actual camp you set up is a couple of 100 yards away from the road, so even if you're there talking to each other, people shouldn't be able to spot you. The trees are so thick that even if you light a small fire, then people won't be able to spot you from the road either. So you feel really safe.
ooh,
I'll keep first watch. Who's with me?
You.
You.
Oh, okay.
You might want to be accompanied by Kiss.
Yeah. Can somebody watch the lady for me this night, Solwing?
Yes, that's okay.
I keep first watch with Kiss.
Right?
all right.
All right.
Yeah, so first watch, stuff doesn't happen. So Owen stays awake the whole while.
All right. That's good.
Okay.
Second watch?
Bowin stays awake the whole while.
Who should I...
Who had second
can-
watch?
You can
What?
wake me up.
Yeah, okay. And Thomas will follow up.
So I try to sleep by then. Hopefully I crash, but...
Yeah, it was just caffeine, man. It's not bad.
yeah, I've never had it.
Yeah,
All right. I take watch.
That's the second or third? Where were we at now?
Second.
Second,
I'm
okay.
after Bowen.
Thomas does third watch.
Okay, yeah, Oddleif, make a perception check, please.
That's a 10 plus 2.
Yeah.
It's 12.
12.
12.
Okay. Well, yeah, your watch is quiet as well. Nothing seems to be happening. And then it's Thomas's watch.
Come on, dice, don't
Who
fail me
said
now.
you could? Okay, just roll. That's sure.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I'm
No,
doing the-
make a perception
I
check.
didn't need
Just
to
do it
roll
now.
either,
It's,
so-
no, yeah, exactly. Maybe, but maybe I
well,
forgot, Jasper. Don't
roll-
tell anyone.
Okay.
I forgot.
Natural.
It's a natural 1, so.
Natural 1. That's that seems very unlike you.
So +1, that's a 2.
Yeah, well, it's not an automatic failure. So, but yeah, you sit there on your watch and look a bit around. You, especially through the trees, you try to see if there's anything moving. You hear some birds, and at some point, you don't even notice that it's become very quiet. Like, at some point, all the noises of the forest have died out, and not even cricket sound. It's nothing. But you don't really notice it, though.
Finally.
So, when something suddenly tugs on your leg, and like this rope seems to clasp around it and really tighten up, and pulls at you, you fall face first in the dirt on the ground. And that's where we'll pick up next time.
No.
Oh man, of all the people you had to kill, I should have taken the third watch.
Oh, I had such great plans inside the city.
Well, no sewers, no hidden. Well,
Oh man, can't we just do the combat? I could still do the combat.
No. I'm going to sleep right now.
Right now? I mean, maybe Bowin can spike your...
yeah, to the reverse.
Yeah. Payback.
Oh man. Yeah. Bunker says, "Oh man," yeah, that's how I feel.
And I did
Oh,
notice
man.
that Sir Skankalot is in chat now. I don't know if he noticed, but he has this nice badge in front of his name. That means he's a VIP in our chat. It's our way of saying thank you for your support, Sir Skankalot. And we all hoped you really enjoyed the session. It was a lot of talking, but we had some really cool moments, I think, myself. I have a feeling that next session can finally contain some combat again, but I'm not really sure. Huh?
No.
We'll talk our way out of it.
Pulling a prank. Sir Gunther always trying to
I'm such a funny guy.
Yeah,
This is punishment.
that might be Bowen's humor.
All right.
Yeah, another cliffhanger, but that's how we get you back, right? That's we do it.
I don't
Good.
know how Cliff can keep on hanging there, but
Yeah, he does though. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching again. We always have trouble of saying goodbye to everyone in chat, so we'll keep on rambling now for about 10 more minutes, I think. But this is
sure
the
to
first
follow us.
goodbye. This side.
Yeah. Be sure to follow us on all the social media things that we have. So our Twitch, our YouTube, our Instagram, Facebook, and our Discord channel. All the information is down below. Like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. It really helps us out a lot because we want as many people as possible to enjoy it. And the only way we can do that is if you guys spread the word and if everything is liked and subscribed, and then we will show up in more search entries, hopefully.
Awesome.
Jasper, you wanted to add something to that?
well, it's as you said, and be sure to watch us on Monday with Parallel Projections, us playing Planescape Torment, and Tuesday after that, Monday, we'll be doing Talking Void at 9 o'clock, always a half hour later than our other shows, and we'll be discussing how do you spend your gold, and my guest will be Jin. And
My horses.
I think we have a lot of things to discuss, right, Jin?
Yeah, I think so too. I have
Will
no
be fun.
ready, so
Okay. We'll be asking that question on some of the Discord thingies and the Facebook thingies and the other thingies. So be sure to answer it, or just send it to our voidcastlive@gmail.com, or on our Insta, or whatever. We'll be seeing your answers. That was my...
Yeah. So,
Thank you.
thanks again, everyone, for watching. And we hope you will join us again next time. So, have a wonderful evening, week, and until then. Oh, yeah. Say it again. We want to end with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.